Honestly, you and I are going for a dance later.
We have a special collection of the best moments from the best franchise, MasterChef Junior. These talented kids display their love for food and culinary competence, but not without the trials and tribulations that hit even the best of chefs. How do they deal with this and keep their cool when the pressure runs high? Here are some of the best moments from Season 6 of MasterChef Junior.
Watch and learn.
Gordon and the Grandmas.
I'm awestruck that such little children could be such masters of an art.
Sometimes on reality shows, you get to see something you didn't ask for. In episode 13, we see Gordon Ramsay and co-judges all dressed up and nowhere to go as grandmas.
Is Joe a nun or an old Italian grandma?
Gordon was friendly with other grandmas on the show, while keeping so cool when put on the hot seat by a grandma in a sharp pink suit that seemed to love grilling as much as Ramsay himself.
You have your own show on TV?
I have a few programs on TV, yes.
Do you have a card?
While the grandmothers and grandjudges are all seated together for a cup of tea, we see the kids rush in, only to be surprised by the sight of older people in the room, none of whom they recognized.
There's a lot of older people in there. What?
One by one, as the adults and real-life grandmas make their way out to meet the kids, we saw what pride and joy looked like. Heartwarming and so delightful, this was just one of the many moments that made this season of MasterChef Junior all the more fun. Liking this video so far? Show us some love and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Judges Homelands.
The bagpipe is pretty much the worst sound in my whole entire world. Now Gordon's playing it, it makes it just even worse.
Whether it's dressing in costumes, getting covered in food, it never fails to make both the contestants and audience laugh. In this episode, the judges not only dress up to represent their homeland, but make the kids' day as well.
I like your skirt!
We first get Christina Tosi dressed as a Statue of Liberty. After that, the judges really get going. But when the kids realize that someone is missing,
Where's Joe?
out comes Joe, or he tries. The laughter of the contestants is contagious for the audience, who can't help but see what the judges will do to try and make this experience not as stressful for the kids. With the judges representing America, Scotland, and Italy, there is a cross-section of not only great chefs, but great food as well. In these clips, you're reminded that these judges, who can seem so intimidating, are still just people. And they are people willing to make fools of themselves to make the kids laugh. Helping contestants.
Henry, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great.
On most cooking shows, the judges are usually there to knock down the contestants a peg and to remind them they do not know everything.
The fact that you're not even thinking of playing this game properly is really annoying.
The judges are always there to help the contestants on MasterChef Junior, showing they put their education and comfort first. This makes MasterChef Junior an anomaly, something that cannot be replicated on any other show. One thing that really makes this stand out is while the judges can be hard on kids at times, they're ultimately there to help them.
You want a season from like high. Wow, because it goes on nice and even.
This kind of advice from Joe is unparalleled, and not something just any amateur cook would get. When the teams reach the group restaurant stage, the tension and pressure is even higher. We can see Olivia, the team captain, forget her muscles and begin to be overwhelmed. Christina, though, doesn't let that happen.
Olivia, look at me. Make eye contact. Olivia, you can do this.
While the pressure gets to Olivia, it could get to even the most experienced cook. But knowing that Christina has her back had to make Olivia feel good. After all, sometimes with the way they cook, it's easy to forget that these cooks are really just kids.
Nice work. Henry, good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
The judges show off their expertise.
I am about to show you how to cook a stunning breast of chicken.
It has to be intimidating for the young cooks on MasterChef Junior to have people like Gordon, Joe, and Christina judging their food. People who have worked in the culinary world longer than the contestants have been alive. What about watching the chefs cook and seeing how the professionals really do it? Throughout the season, the young contestants get a glimpse into their future if they stay disciplined when they get to see a judge cook for them.
Watch and learn.
Gordon shows them how to make his famous filet mignon in the very first episode.
You're making me hungry.
While cooking his chicken, Gordon gives the kids some phrases to remember.
Lay.
Away.
No color, no.
Flavor.
And lay.
Away.
When showing the kids how to make branzino, he uses this as a teaching moment and one more time asks the kids,
What side do I put that down?
Skin side down.
You guys are learning exactly that.
We get to see videos like these on YouTube or TV, but these kids get to see it firsthand from the masters themselves. For any of us, to be able to see Gordon Ramsay cook would be a dream, but to see it right in front of you, teaching you his tricks of the trade, that has to be the experience of a lifetime.
This is how a MasterChef cooks a filet mignon.
The Egg Scramble.
It's best if you use your heads.
The egg episode is one that stands out in the mind of viewers for multiple reasons. It isn't just because it was a race to see how many perfect eggs Benedict the teams could make. The first thing that makes this challenge stand out is how they pick their teams. This challenge starts off fun, but quickly turns sideways as the teams struggle to finish. In this challenge, each serving of Eggs Benedict needs to be perfect, and whoever has the most perfect serving is the team that wins. For the red team, there is immediate trouble as each contestant seems to be slowly losing their cool.
Oh my god, my egg broke. Stop checking it then. It broke on the plate.
For the blue team, they are so focused on quality that they are not paying attention to the quantity aspect of the challenge.
3 available pieces of bread and ham here. Get those eggs going, okay? Not done yet.
For the green team, they end up burning their muffins.
It's fine. If the plate is ugly, then it's not gonna count.
It is these competitions that really make MasterChef as a franchise stand out. But the fact that they do it on MasterChef Junior as well shows that they still expect speed and precision from their chefs, no matter their age.
2, 1, stop! Hands in the air!
Gordon licks his plate.
Is your deconstructed apple crustade better than a classic?
Yes, chef.
Every so often, there is a dish and a contestant that transcends memory. It is a dish you remember even after the season has finished. And you remember the judges' reactions to it. Benny emerged as a frontrunner early on in the show. She showed not only skill, but creativity, restraint, and a willingness to take risks.
So you're deconstructing in search for aesthetic beauty.
Yes.
The judges loved the dish. Christina and Joe had very minor critiques.
I would have loved to see you take the apples and maybe build them a little bit higher, or maybe you do another layer of tart shell and build that again.
Okay.
Perhaps the pastry cream is a bit too gelatinous.
Okay.
I'd like it a little bit more creamier, a little unctuous.
Okay.
Gordon loved it too, but he did something we have never seen him do before. Gordon Ramsay, a Michelin-starred chef, licked his plate clean.
That's not what a gentleman does.
I'd never called myself a gentleman, Benny.
Even though Benny went on to win the entire competition, it is hard to imagine that getting Gordon Ramsay to lick his plate was not one of the highlights of her entire time on MasterChef Junior.
It's as good as the original, and it definitely is. I mean, seriously, well done.
The judges' fate.
A milkshake's not a milkshake without a cherry on top.
MasterChef Junior is notorious for having some competitions that put the fate of the judges in the contestants' hands. It can hurt that most of the time it makes the judges look absolutely ridiculous.
This stage just got even better.
In this clip, Joe's team loses, but he makes sure his other judges don't miss out on the fun. Then there's Joe becoming a human milkshake.
Joe's $3,000 suit is becoming a $3,000 milkshake suit.
Every once in a while, though, the judges do get the kids back. These moments make things fun for the kids, allowing them to do more than just compete, but to remember how to have fun. It also can't hurt to get back at the judges who are constantly critiquing them.
Don't worry, we'll remember you guys.
The champions return.
Please welcome our 5 amazing MasterChef Junior champions.
With 5 champions already crowned, the Season 6 contestants have a lot to live up to, not only in the eyes of the judges, but in the eyes of the returning champions as well.
It's so cool that we get to see all these MasterChef Junior alumni.
For MasterChef Junior, there are lives that have been completely altered from such a young age.
Season 1 champion, Alexander.
Oh my God!
6'4", married with 4 kids. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Not only are they seeing former champions of the competition in which they are competing, but
These people have been in our shoes.
to see the kids' reactions to the former winners is heartwarming because before MasterChef Junior, they were just kids as well. The former winners are like celebrities to the Season 6 kids.
Addison inspired me to do this, and that's the whole reason why I'm here.
They even bring back some fan-favorite contestants, but that does not mean that the current contestants can rest on their laurels.
We have to bring them our best dishes because they're expecting a lot from us today.
Gordon cooks with the kids.
Are you kidding me right now, Gordon Ramsay?
It has to be impossible to sometimes keep your cool in front of a chef as famous and talented as Gordon Ramsay. First, there is seeing him cook. Then there is cooking in front of him. After that, there is having him taste your food. But what could it be like to be cooking alongside him? For this challenge, the kids are already well into their cooking time. But Gordon, ever the chef and ever the creator, is coming up with a dish he would make if he was cooking.
You know what? I take some of that amazing pork, get some of those noodles, and go down that Asian style with a beautiful miso broth, lots of vegetables charred in there.
His dish sounds delicious, but
Could you get it done in 45 minutes?
Joe, I could do that in 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yes, easy.
Joe then takes it to the contestants,
Should we let him cook?
and off Gordon goes. It is amusing to see Gordon running around the kitchen just like the contestants do. The contestants express their doubt.
I can make an appetizer in 20 minutes, but a full-blown entree that blows the judges away?
After that, the contestants say they have never seen someone make a good dish in 20 minutes. But they do cede to one thing:
He's Gordon Ramsay. He's like a cooking superhero.
competitors' best dishes.
What I don't eat now, young lady, I'm taking home tonight.
In a show that is largely about critique, there are moments when either an element or an entire dish is above reproach in the judge's eyes. For almost any amateur cook, getting both the perfect sear and the perfect temperature on a steak can be tough. But not for Avery, the 8-year-old cook who got all the way to the finals.
I'm used to the taste, I'm used to the texture, and I'm used to what temperature is supposed to be cooked.
In her steak homage to Texas, the cook on her steak
Is spot on.
as Joe cuts into the steak and seeing how perfect it is, lets the viewer know that Avery knows what she is doing.
Rib cap's become a prize protein over the last 5 years. And you've mastered it.
When Gordon tastes Kwani's cupcake, he can't help but compliment him on how right he got the sponge and frosting.
That sponge is delicious. It is fragrant, it is sweet, it's absolutely spot on.
In another Avery moment, she bakes a tres leches cake, and you can see the nerves written all over her face.
The popcorn is crunchy. The caramel sauce is fabulous. It's kind of spicy with the cinnamon.
Another highlight was Benny's veal chop.
Even though I haven't cooked a veal chop before, I am here to take risks.
Joe definitely scares Benny at first,
If you were a cook, you probably would be cooking for much longer
before giving her the ultimate compliment.
because I'd probably make you a sous chef. You've perfectly cooked this veal chop.
These moments of pure joy on the contestants' faces are ones that make us smile along with them at home.
It's a beautiful dish.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this video. What were your favorite moments from Season 6 of MasterChef Junior? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that gray notification bell to join our notification squad.